As you've all heard, we've been learning a lot about the United Nations Millennium Development Goals and are here to talk to you about one or two of them and to address some sort of international development issue. I'll be talking to you about two of these goals. Goal 8, ensure environmental sustainability, and Goal 8, to develop a global partnership in development. More specifically, development of cleaner energy. Technology today can do truly amazing things. It allows us to travel across the world in a single day, allows us to communicate with people in a matter of seconds, light our homes, cook our food, make our clothes, and all of this is possible because of energy. When we use technology, we rarely think about where this energy comes from. In the US, most of our power comes from coal. People have always been dealing with the issue of energy, trying to make it more efficient, less expensive, and more accessible. We've seen trends towards development of renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and geothermal and hydroelectric power, and away from fossil fuels like oil, gas, and coal. We've already heard great ideas from a few of our students about some alternative energy solutions. Brooke talked about the possibilities with solar power, and Decker talked about fun ways to bring sustainable energy. But with a growing population of over 7 billion people, the demand for power will continue to grow, and we need to find some way of continuing to supply power while considering environmental sustainability. In addition to solar power, there is hydroelectric, which allows for continuous flow of massive amounts of electricity, and if well maintained, can be reliable for decades. There's wind power, which has been growing a lot, especially in Europe, both on and offshore. And then there's nuclear. With increasing energy demands, many countries have interest in developing peaceful nuclear programs. Does the world need nuclear energy? It's clean, it's efficient, it has much less waste. More than 75% of France's power now comes from nuclear, and Belgium has more than 50%, and Germany is close to that. With nuclear power, waste goes into containment facilities and not into the atmosphere like traditional coal. The main concern with nuclear, though, is the danger of potential weapons development or meltdowns. And when dealing with an issue like energy security, there are still a lot of questions that need to be answered. Is renewable energy the answer? With so much effort being put towards renewable energy, it must be the answer, right? But current renewable methods are still very, very expensive and inefficient in comparison to fossil fuels. Although much effort has been put into clean energy, coal is still a huge power source for the US. With our large coal supply and how cost-effective it is, it looks like coal is not going anywhere anytime soon. Companies are working to develop cleaner coal plants, making technology that will reduce emission of plants and make them more efficient. But once all these natural resources are inevitably depleted, we have no choice but to find a way to supply enough electricity to power our future cities. A development in the United Arab Emirates is planning for these future cities. This clean energy initiative called Masdar may be the first step towards a fully sustainable, super low emission city of the future. And companies like GE, BP, and Shell have already invested in this project. I have a short video clip.
Masdar City in Abu Dhabi is an emerging global clean technology cluster located in what aims to be one of the world's most sustainable urban developments powered by renewable energy. The city is anchored by the Masdar Institute of Science and Technology, which will be the center of original thinking that pushes the boundaries in the fields of alternative energy, environmental technologies, and sustainability. Masdar Institute forms the nucleus of the research and development community in the city. It will be equipped with state-of-the-art laboratories, a knowledge center, and high-quality student accommodation. The building design draws inspiration from traditional Arabian architecture, whilst utilizing cutting-edge technology to minimize energy consumption and carbon footprint. The concept of sustainable living is not only a subject of research, but is also a practical way of life within Masdar City. Once the city is fully built, commuting journeys will be via Abu Dhabi's light rail transit and metro. An electric personal rapid transit, or PRT system, is currently being piloted at the Masdar Institute neighborhood. This underground PRT network allows the ground level to be fully dedicated to pedestrian access. Pedestrians will be able to walk around freely in this safe, pollution-free haven, enjoying the vibrant retail activity the city has to offer. The density of the city's streetscape is inspired by traditional Arabian cities, where the intimacy of adjacent buildings provides solar shading and promotes natural ventilation. Alongside the intimate urban streetscape, wider relief spaces are also to be found in the city. Avenues, parks, amphitheaters, playgrounds, and city squares will bring further richness to the pedestrian's spatial experience. The first phase of Masdar City is currently under construction. When finished, it will be a world-class living and working hub of unprecedented standards. Businesses that invest in clean technology will set up research and development facilities, offices, and light manufacturing here. In addition, the city will also host ancillary service providers that will support the growth of the clean technology cluster and form an important community that will safeguard the future of our planet. Masdar City will be the city of the future and the role model for the world. Masdar City. One day, all cities will be built like this.
Now, Masdar will cost about $20 billion to cover 2 square miles and be home to about 40,000 people. And last year, I actually got to visit the city. I got to ride in one of those little electric cars, and I got to see how impressive it already is. Now, it may look like an idealistic version of some imaginary future city, but the hope is that what's learned here can be adapted and used around the world. But it will remain just an expensive experiment unless the technology developed at Masdar is used in other cities and put to good use. So why not start here in the Pacific Northwest? Washington is already the leading hydroelectric power producer in the nation. It accounts for about 75% of the state's electricity, and we have the highest capacity electric plant in the United States. We can already see trends towards more efficient and environmentally clean technologies, and investing in these clean energies around the world will help develop a global partnership in clean industry and ensure environmental sustainability. So let's leave this planet looking just as beautiful as it was when we got here, so that others can enjoy it too. Thank you.